Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Awakening. How's everybody doing tonight?
Terrible!
Aw.
I'm just kidding. We're good. We're good here.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It is, it feels like it's been a while, huh?
It has.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To anyone who's curious, last week there was a bit of a storm passing through the Northeast, and both mine and Mev's power were knocked out.
Mhm.
So it's a reasonable excuse to not play. But
Yeah.
if you want to be mad at us about it, that's fine too.
And then it sort of like domino effects a little bit too, because we could have like rescheduled it a couple days later, but at that point, both me and Xylo were like behind on stuff, so we're
I
playing
mean,
catch
I was out
up.
for almost 2.5 days, so.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm still, like, behind always, constantly. So, yeah, I mean, we just kind of decided to wait till this week. So we wound up taking the week off last week, but we are back tonight for another episode. We left off at an interesting point last week. We'll kind of see that in the recap.
Ooh.
I guess we can kind of, like, get into it. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say? I'm sorry
Well-
we're late. Blame Mitch.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Mitch.
blame Mitch.
Hashtag got out of work late. Hashtag got stuck behind the blue school bus that turned out to be the guy's house that he was driving.
Oh,
So,
Oh.
yeah,
all right.
I had a very adventurous drive home.
No, but
All right.
It was-
all
it
jokes
was very
aside,
interesting.
thank you to Mitch for just like doing this directly after getting off of work when you probably just
Yeah.
want to be
I'm not
like,
eating dinner till
chilling.
1
Hey,
Yeah. So I guess with that, I mean, we'll get into the recap and then we will get right into tonight's episode. I suppose.
Do it.
All right, let's do it.
Warning. The following story takes place in the horror genre, and therefore may contain disturbing imagery, descriptions of violence, and other mature themes. Please proceed at your own risk.
Previously on Awakening.
Jules, as you stare at Scotty, you have a quick flash in your mind of a memory. And all of this memory is Scotty. He looks younger, and he's covered in blood. Scotty, at this moment, we're gonna say that your confidence that we saw when you were defying this demon did not last very long.
I'm gonna run off.
Scotty takes off like Sonic fast.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement, and we can all be on our way.
You're mighty brave, Doug. Why do I feel like you're not taking this very seriously, Mr. Diggles?
I'm taking this very serious.
As this creature moves its finger, it slashes Jacob across his cheek.
What?
Scotty, you
What do you
okay?
want? What?
Hey.
You all right?
Inside here.
Fine. Everything's fine.
You don't.
You don't. Yeah.
Fine.
Doesn't matter.
It does kind of matter. We all need to work as a team here to figure out what's going on.
Is that thing gone?
It's gone.
For now,
Yeah.
Both Scotty and Jacob, you notice in the second story of one of the buildings that you're passing, you see what you think is a hooded figure standing in the window. As you try to talk to him, he turns around really quickly and jumps through the glass of the window. As you get to the window, you see this figure running at an ungodly speed down the road. Jules goes to work, and in walks Chief Ruben. The Lenny case. It's yours.
Really?
Lucky thing, though, we do have a lead, so you do have someplace to start. You're not kind of starting on nothing.
Great. What is this lead?
A Mr. Douglas Diggums.
I'll look into it. I'll investigate it. Actually, I think I need to have a chat with him anyway.
How you doing?
I've been better, I'm gonna be honest. You don't happen to remember what you dreamed about last night by any chance, do you?
I believe I do.
You look up Jacob Photography in Google. Tonight, he is going to be making an appearance at a photo gallery.
How formal of a outfit do you have?
Oh, I got a formal outfit over there. What?
You. Me. This photo gallery. 7 o'clock tonight. I'll see you there.
We begin tonight's episode at a photo gallery. It is a photo gallery. Tonight's an exhibit for a photographer named Sharon Etten. We would probably assume it's one of Jacob's colleagues, somebody that he knows. At this photo gallery, she is doing a series of photos called Have a Drink. It is actually a bunch of photos of liquor stores across the United States, which sounds kind of like weird. Okay, yeah, it's like liquor stores, but all the liquor stores are really quaint looking. A lot of them are really old and run down. They have like cool neon lights for their signs and stuff. But probably what would be the most striking thing about these photographs is the sky. They were always taken just at a perfect moment of like sundown. So there's these beautiful oranges and purples and pinks and yellows in the sky. There are actually some like really nice photographs. It's pretty cool. We see a bunch of people around, kind of talking, mingling. We see a jazz quintet over in the corner, sort of softly playing some music just to provide some cool like atmosphere. Everybody's drinking wine out of like clear plastic cups. And yeah, we see a bunch of people around. And one of the people we see at this photo gallery, we recognize. Scotty, could you tell me what you're doing at a photo gallery, this evening?
Well, when I'm not stuck at home, I do enjoy the arts. Even though most of it's liquor, which I wasn't really a big fan of. But I decided that the sky kind of brought it to my attention. So I'm more or less looking at the skies than the liquor parts of the pictures.
Yeah. Cool. What does Scotty look like tonight?
Tonight, this is probably one of the only times I'll ever really dress super fancy, considering it's more of the high-end artists. So he's wearing black suspenders, he's got on a white full button-down long sleeve shirt, and he's got on like kind of like a darkish black kind of gray plaid dress pants with dress shoes.
Okay. I will say, Scotty, you're are you here with anybody or are you alone?
Nah, I'm by myself.
Okay, yeah, you're by yourself, and you sort of scan over the room a little bit. You're not the most social person, but you know, you're just kind of people watching a little. And you see somebody you recognize. Someone you recognize from your dream. You see Jacob standing across the room talking to somebody. He has a bandage on his cheek. But yeah, Jakey. Jacob is here. I guess as it said on his website that he would be. My assumption is you probably know the photographer whose photographs these are. I mean, maybe you guys are friends, or maybe you're just like colleagues. She's just somebody you know as another photographer. And a lot of times in the world of the arts, there's sort of this like, it's kind of like a favor bank where you show up to their event and they'll show up to your event. It's, you know, your kind of way of like supporting each other. You know, it's a good thing to do if you want to stay in good with the like photography community and stuff. And as you were talking to, I'm imagining you're talking to some random person that you know, someone that you would run into at events like this. And as you're talking to them, you look up and you see somebody you recognize. Standing over near one of the photographs, looking over in your direction, you see Scotty.
Oh,
Am I in a dream? This is weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know you're pretty much not in a dream, as far as you know. I mean...
But I remember him in a dream, so I just kind of had this one
Yeah,
thought.
you definitely would remember him. Do you approach him? Do either of you approach each other? Or do you just sort of like notice each other and you're like, oh, that's weird?
I would...
I'm not.
Jacob would walk towards him.
Okay. And I guess
Yep.
what do you say? I guess role play it out.
I'll be like, what are you doing here? Like, you are Scotty. What are you, like, why are you showing up here? Is this, wait, what is this dream? What's going on?
I mean, I
Like,
could ask you the same question.
We
I know
met
you're a
in a dream.
photographer, but I didn't think you'd be here.
I mean, I just, show up because I kind of have to and should, but, why are you here?
I'm just here to enjoy the art. The thing I want to find out is why you're here and why I remember you from my dreams.
I don't know. Like, this is weird because we totally met each other, like, see each other, like, last night.
Yeah. These
Okay.
dreams are getting weirder and weirder.
This is real. Okay, I don't know. I feel like I'm just tripping. I don't know. Well, just don't do anything crazy, don't,
Look, I'm the last person to do something crazy. We all know who would do something crazy, and hopefully he's not here.
I hope not. I mean, I'm glad out of everyone in the dream, you are the one that is somehow here weirdly, but like not, the others, because I don't need any other things to happen. I just want tonight to be smooth. Just gonna, show up and enjoy my time here and then leave, and then when the time is right.
Well,
You know,
that's
it's
fine
been a
by
long
me.
day.
I don't plan on putting an arrow over my head. I'll just be walking around if you need me.
Yeah, I don't think I will need you much, but good to see you, I guess.
I guess same to you. We'll discuss more once this whole thing wraps up, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta go back and talk to people that I obviously really want to talk to. Yeah, so
Okay.
enjoy your night.
And at that moment, we are going to switch scenes. We are going to go outside the photo gallery, where we join Jules, standing outside the front door, on the front steps of this place. I guess, waiting for Doug. It's, what does Jules look like tonight? What is Jules wearing?
All right, Jules. She's got floor-length, reddish ball gown type of thing going on. It's a tighter fitting dress, and it's got the slit up the side because, fancy. But the skirt of it's kind of flowy and all. She's got some silver heels on, so she's a little bit taller than she usually is. She's also got a silver clutch that she's carrying with her. She's got some dangly silver earrings, and then her hair's in kind of like big waves, and she's got red lipstick on to match. She's going all out tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she's, Jules is looking good this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say.
Indeed.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Jules is a police officer. Do you have a gun on you?
I feel like, yeah, she would. Maybe she'd have one of those fancy little, like, holsters that go around her ankle or something, but it'd obviously be hidden by the dress.
Okay, so yeah, you do have a weapon on you. It's just, like, hidden. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does Jules wear, like, a watch? Or if she wanted to check the time, would she check, like, her phone? Like, how would she check
She'd
the
probably
time?
have her phone in her little clutch that she's carrying, so she'd probably check it.
Okay, well, you're standing here waiting, and it's probably about 7:15 if you check your phone.
Yeah. So she's probably just kind of standing there, rolling her eyes, thinking about maybe texting him, seeing where he's at.
Okay. Do you want to text him?
Yeah, she'll probably just text him, be like, "Hey, you still coming?"
Xylo, does Doug text back?
Nope.
Ghosted.
Okay, yeah, you're ghosted. There's no response.
All right, so she didn't get a response semi-immediately. I imagine she'd wait a few more minutes, and then probably call him.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you have it. Yeah, you have his number because you got it from like your police report or whatever.
Yep.
All right, so you call him. Hold on 1 second. I messed something up. You're not gonna hear that. I want you to hear this. All right, there we go. Oh, is it coming through?
Yeah.
Thank you for calling Ghost Adjusters. This here's Doug Diggums. If you have a message regarding paranormal mishaps, leave a message at the tone and I'll get right back to you now. If you happen to be calling for business with Miss Clapson, she gone. So you can quit calling me, Jeff. Anyway.
Yeah, so Doug does not answer. Do you leave a message?
No.
No? Okay.
No. After that voicemail, no.
All right. So as you hang up your phone, you recognize a voice from behind you. Mr. Douglas Diggums is standing behind you. What does he look like?
Oh, Doug took tonight seriously. He's in this really nice tan suit, all textured with these tiny little straps running up and down it to give it a nice little design. It has almost a little longer back with little coattails, but not too long. But what really sets it apart is the shiny red vest, nice and textured, some nice silver buttons tying it together, a tie going underneath it. And, he's just dressed up real nice, more than some people might expect of Doug.
Okay. You see that standing in front of you, Jules?
That.
He still has the black eye.
Yep.
Let's remember that.
Got some sunglasses on to hopefully cover that, even though this is likely at nighttime.
Is he wearing a hat or no hat tonight?
No hat tonight.
No hat tonight. Okay.
Mm-hmm. His hat didn't match the outfit, so.
All right, so Jules, he's here now. You're
All right.
done waiting.
I feel like she'd probably take a look at him, look him up and down, and then just say, "You're late."
Traffic was a bit killer.
Well, you should have planned for that.
Sorry, I didn't plan for it. Considering that crazy things could start happening at any moment, I wanted to be ready.
I see. Well,
Certainly looks like you're ready tonight.
I was about to say the same thing about you.
Well, I suppose. Shall we? He extends a hand.
She reluctantly takes a hold of his arm. Not his hand, but his arm.
Good enough.
Okay.
The win for Doug.
So we go back inside the photo gallery. As Jacob is talking to the, how did he put it? People he wants to talk to, and not Scotty. And Scotty's just kind of like doing his own thing.
People he cares about.
We see a strange tan-suited gentleman and a stunning woman come through the front door of this art gallery. Let's just for fun. I know I've done. I was kind of talking about this with some of them. I think I was talking about it at least with Xylo, maybe with everybody. But how I feel kind of bad because I rewatch these streams after we do them, just because it's my first time DMing and I can learn a lot about ways I can improve. I think by like rewatching it. And the one thing I've kind of noticed with this campaign so far is like 70 to 80% of the rolls have been against your notice skills. And in turn, you guys are like probably putting a lot of points in notice, which is kind of good, I guess, with this type of thing. A lot of it is gonna rely on like what you notice happening to you and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to like tone down the notice rolls all the time and try to like balance them out a little bit with some of your other skills. But that being said, Scotty and Jacob, can you each give me a notice roll? This one's just kind of for fun. It's just to see which one of you notices these two come in the door first. Okay. We'll say because he's talking to friends, Jacob's probably a little bit more caught up in conversation, talking to somebody. His attention is a little bit more taken. But you, Scotty, you see Doug and Jules come walking through the door. Doug is wearing an atrocious tan suit.
It's beautiful.
Oh, he looks nice.
Jules kind of looks really good, actually. And yeah, Doug has a black eye. You probably noticed that. It's
sunglasses are on, man.
He's got
wearing sunglasses at night.
You can see it slightly under.
Yeah, it's still big enough.
Can I make a conceal roll to see how well the sunglasses hide it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. There's a different roll for you. Nope.
Yeah, it's not like that obvious, but like, I'm sure
the nose is still all bruised up. That's not covered at all.
Like, somebody just at a glance might not notice it, but Scotty, because he kind of is scanning and he sees, wait, is that Doug? And he looks a little bit closer. Now he's concentrating on your face, so he definitely, like, notices it.
Mm-hmm.
And, do you approach them, Scotty?
I was actually wondering if I could use a skill here.
Oh no.
Okay, what skill do you want to use?
Bye, Scotty.
I want to use my stealth skill to make sure they don't see me.
That's kind of perfect.
Should I roll stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll against your stealth skill.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you said Scotty was supposed to be at this thing.
What do you do, Scotty, to try to avoid these guys? Do you try to like
I dip into a crowd that's nearby. And I just straight up avoid them.
Well,
because now it's just getting weird for him. Like, he's already met one person. Now he sees the other two in his dream, and now he's starting to be like, "Oh crap, what is happening? Why is everyone here?"
Okay.
He's starting to get a little panicky.
All right, Scotty dips into a crowd like a ninja. That 4 roll. Wow.
Big roll.
Okay, so I'm assuming, because you guys came here to find him, that Jules and Doug, you're probably actively looking for Jacob, correct?
yeah, he
Right.
was the one we were looking for anyway.
Yeah, we didn't even
know
plan to find Scotty anyway.
was here, so yeah, he was the main one.
Okay, we'll say, because this exhibit is taking place in part of like a museum, the room you guys are in is actually quite large. And there's about 100 people, I'd say, there, which is a fair amount of people. But in a room that large, it's kind of doesn't feel like a lot of people. So you're able to probably pick out Jacob pretty easily if you're looking around the room.
I lift my sunglasses, look around, put it back down.
All right, so I guess pretty immediately we'd walk up to Jacob as soon as we see him.
Okay, Jacob, as you're in a conversation with one of the people you wanted to talk to.
Wow, your pictures are so good. Oh, I love it so much.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, 1 second. What?
Is that the Jacob?
Jacob.
I'm sorry. I'm just a big fan. You have the most magnificent art pieces I have ever seen in my life. It's just
Wow.
your work has really inspired me in ways I can't even begin to understand. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Right. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Would you mind?
I totally not have seen you guys ever. Okay, yeah,
Jacob,
we
you
can
have
talk.
fans, I see. If you want to continue our conversation later, that's fine. I see.
Yeah, talk to my assistant. Okay.
Okay. Thanks. It was good to see you again.
Bye.
And that person walks off.
What
See,
the
I
heck?
got your back, man.
What is this?
You
Oh,
tell
Why are
me.
you guys here?
What
I
do you
mean,
mean?
I am here because you know me. I am a I take pictures. I take photos.
Well,
course
we
I'm
are
here.
here because you know us,
And we wanted to kind of make sure that you know us.
and that's kind of an issue, you see,
Yeah.
because we haven't met prior to today, if you do recall.
Yeah, but we kind of have. Like,
Yeah,
for
that's
the-
what it feels like, right?
In
my
our
God.
dream.
Wait, what? Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Oh,
Well, remember, he kind of got
she,
Wait, you feel-
my lovely
also
date
got
here
the
punched
cut.
me in the face pretty hard. Oh, yeah.
As you
lovely.
can see with
Uh-uh.
the bandit.
I'm sorry, my magnificent date
Well, I
here
just- no,
punched
I-
me in the face pretty
I
hard.
didn't think the compliment was all that necessary. We're here for business again.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, like something really strange because those
You don't
dreams
say.
that are very real. That I got a cut when I wake up, and you got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems
Okay.
like what happens when we dream also translates to what's going on in real life. I don't know. I'm very confused, and that's why we needed to find you, and we needed to discuss this with you, and also Scotty,
Right.
if we could figure out where he is.
Unless it could be
I-
something we're doing to ourselves in our sleep,
I just
going along with this.
You really
mean-
think?
I used to sleepwalk as a kid.
Well, I mean, I actually just saw Scotty somewhere. I don't know what he.
Wait, you saw
Scotty was
Scotty
here?
Yeah, I saw him first, and he was here for no reason. He just
Okay,
here,
well,
and-
we need to find him. We need to all four of us get together so we can talk about everything that's happened thus
Would be
far.
a pretty good idea.
Well, the last I saw, I don't know where he went.
Scotty!
Yeah, at this
Oh,
moment,
Scotty!
you all start
Hey!
looking around. I want, I guess the three of you to roll against your notice skill, and Scotty give me another stealth roll.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh!
Wow.
Jacob!
Ah.
Oh, okay, so you don't see him, Jules, but, Doug, you see Scotty, like, actively trying to hide behind somebody, and Jacob, you see him instantly. You see him, like, right away. It's really obvious to you.
he's here. He's there.
All right, so I
Get
imagine
him.
we follow Jacob over to him.
Yeah, like I wave to him, like, move my hand, seeing if he'll come over.
Scotty,
Just because, like, we're in a less crowded area.
True.
why are you running?
Why are you running?
Well, he's not running, he's just messing around.
I was quoting it.
Hi, everyone.
Scotty,
Hi, Doug.
good to see
Yep.
you here. That's an unexpected coincidence.
I wish I could say the same,
Quite pleasant.
but I won't.
I mean, I
Ah.
get that this is a little weird, but don't you think it's good that the four of us get together and talk about what's been going on? Also, nice
Yes
to
and no.
meet you, by the way.
No, true, yeah, nice to meet both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi. So,
Anyway, why
Just
is
to-
everyone here besides the photographer?
Well, we came looking for him because it might be a good idea for us to clarify things that have been happening in our, in our psyche, in the dreams. Just to be sure, y'all remember everything that's been going on?
As much as I don't want to, yes.
Unfortunately,
I'm glad we're all on the same page then. Because some weird stuff is happening.
oh yeah. Tell me about it.
Was that before we all noticed we were having the same dreams, or before we just met right now?
I mean, before, but now that we're
Yeah.
here, it's a little odd, I must admit.
Seems to just be happening in dreams. Oh, except I pull out the book.
Oh, you
This.
have the book. You brought the book.
God.
You brought the book with you?
Well, we came here to talk about this. Of course I'm going to bring the book with me.
Don't you think this would be better that we discussed
Okay.
outside instead of in an art gallery with
maybe
hundreds
we
of people?
should-
Yeah.
Maybe we should go find a more private
Yeah.
location.
Yeah, we
They could think
definitely-
you stole art.
Or something.
Yes. Yeah, we shouldn't talk here. I don't want any
Oh, true,
paparazzi
true.
or
We don't want to
whatever.
scare away your clientele.
I just don't want people to ask questions, about.
I mean, understandable. I'd rather not be seen here as well with a
I mean,
suspect.
clearly you're a popular guy.
Like
Yeah.
I was saying, I'd also rather not be seen here with a suspect of the case that I'm working on right now. So,
Oh yeah, you and
Right.
me are here, and you're and I'm. Oh, that's kind of funny, really.
I wouldn't call it funny, per se.
I don't
but-
want to know.
Okay.
But
Whatever.
I can explain more later. Do you guys want to come back to my apartment? Do you, any of you live closer?
I mean,
Sure, I can
not
just
too far. Really
drive.
prefer we didn't go to my place, but if it's needed,
It's up to
Might
you
be
guys.
easiest.
I don't
fine.
mind.
When is this over? Do we have any idea when this gallery thing will be over by? Or is it just whenever you want to
it
leave,
could
you leave?
lasts forever, so it's kind of like whenever you want to leave.
Well, I try to go to bed, but I guess tonight's not one of those nights.
We could spend some time, perusing, browsing the art. If we wouldn't want Jacob to, lose out on any opportunities.
Don't we think this matter is a little important?
I don't
I'd
think
really
there's
like to
much
get a
discussion
restful
about it.
night's sleep tonight.
But I
don't
mean,
know
this
about you
painting
guys.
right here, just look at it. It's quite fantastic.
It's great.
The wordplays. They
Okay.
did a sunrise with a tequila sunrise.
I really don't appreciate the
It's clever.
use of alcohol within artwork, but sure,
Well, it's
it's
just art.
pretty. Yeah, but romanticizing alcohol is just, I don't know.
Some may argue that it's trying to, show that the beauty is outside of it rather than inside.
Yeah,
That's
so you
very
don't want to see the
poetic,
beauty
though.
on the inside of the
That's
alcohol.
very poetic. Anyways, Scotty, your place?
Yeah, whatever. I don't really
Either
care.
way.
Just get me away from the alcohol stuff, please.
Same.
Okay, so you all gonna leave?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm done with this.
as
We
you
start to wander out.
as you start to walk out the door, somebody approaches. It's a young woman. Jacob, you would probably recognize it as Sharon Etten, who is the photographer whose photographs are being displayed tonight. She'd be like, "Oh,
Oh.
Jacob, you're leaving."
Oh, Sharon!
Leaving so
missed
soon?
you. Oh, yes. I just, got so much to work on. I've a lot of, photos I gotta, go through before releasing them.
Right. Okay, well,
Yeah, amazing gallery. I love it.
Oh,
I love
thank
every
you.
second of it. It's amazing. I've never seen you've done so great. I think it's your greatest work so far. I can tell, you're winning awards this year.
oh, thank you so much. I'm really, really proud of it. And then she would probably
Yeah.
sort of glance over the rest of the group and like, who are your friends?
They are my new assistants.
Excuse me?
Oh, they.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
well, yes, I guess.
We're just fans of your work and his work as well.
And also
My
that,
name's
yes.
Doug Diggums, Ghost Adjusters. Pull out one of my business cards.
Ghost adjuster.
Yeah,
She starts
we
looking at
go
the
over
card.
any paranormal activity, any sort of ghost sightings, things that need to be removed or adjusted.
Anyways, we
Yes,
were
so,
actually
yeah.
just
If you have
on
any
our
sort of,
way.
art that has
to,
Actually, if you don't
have any
mind, it was
mysterious things
great
going
to
along
meet
it,
you.
then I could
Great,
certainly
great
be of help to
pictures.
you.
Yeah, don't
Maybe
care
try
about him.
photographing something other than alcohol. But anyways,
Oh.
nice meeting you.
I
We should
think
go.
it is very
I love
inspiring
it.
art.
Okay, Sharon.
It
Don't,
is
don't
wonderful.
listen. No, yeah. Lovely to see you, Sharon. All right.
I
I'm gonna
Right.
go.
Scotty,
good-
We're gonna
lead
go.
the way.
Good,
I like
good
the
to-
way the
good to
Thank you.
the
see
sun
you
reflects
too,
in the
Jacob.
eyes in the compositions.
Yep.
Hey,
Nice to
continuing
see
on.
you. Hope to see you in my gallery.
I picture Jules still arm in arm with Doug,
Yeah, like
just trying to pull him.
Dragging him.
Like, all right, we gotta go.
Okay.
And,
so-
and she's actually outpowering me.
Yeah, she is.
So they
A
head
distracting physique.
outside. You guys are headed to Scotty's place. We said.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
I think
because.
so.
Unfortunately.
How are you
Hey, I
guys?
offered my apartment, but no, Scotty
Yeah.
stepped out.
How are you guys
Could have been
getting
mine as
there?
well.
How far is it?
Yeah, how far?
Could
Would we know?
be-
Yeah,
Because Jules has her motorcycle. I'm just gonna say she probably drove it there.
yeah, I mean, are you within walking distance?
I would
Did
say
any-
walking distance.
Mm.
All right.
Not too far, like a few
Fair
blocks.
Okay.
If that's the case, you'd probably leave the motorcycle and just walk.
hmm
Okay. Oh, I don't have my dice out. Oops.
True,
Okay, hold
motorcycle
on.
is
I'll roll
black.
mine.
Hold on, I got it.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys are cool. So you head towards Scotty's place. I guess you all get inside, and nothing bad happens to you along the way. Isn't that
Great.
nice?
Hey,
So nice.
So
being
you
in
would
mugged in my terrible neighborhood.
nope,
It was
yeah.
a good day.
So yeah, I guess yeah, he lives in sort of a sketchy neighborhood, but you get there and when you get inside, you notice it's a pretty like humble place. It's not big or anything like that, but it's really clean and like really well kept. And there's a nice little like record player in the corner with some records, and everything is clean and neat.
My little candles.
You see some candles around. It's actually quite. It's kind of cozy, actually. So I suppose, do you all guys just sort of sit down in the living room and?
Yeah.
On
Probably
my
just
one
sit down.
couch that fits one person.
I love standing.
Jules would probably just stand in
in.
that case.
Oh yeah, we actually we established it was a love seat, so there was 2
Yeah.
seats available.
Yeah,
and there's
so
4 of
it'll
you.
fit like 2.
Who takes the seat?
I think Doug's walking up sniffing at some of the candles.
Okay.
Jules might just like sit down maybe on one of like the armrests. I don't think she'd actually sit on the couch.
Okay.
Well, I guess I can seat down. Since no one is.
Yeah. I'll just lean against the counter. Gotta be nice to my guests.
Sure.
So, we should probably talk about what's going on.
Is this a sandalwood candle? That is an excellent choice. You know,
Doug?
it's really good for
Thank you.
keeping
Doug?
the the auras, some excellent vibes around the air.
Doug?
What?
I think we should
Oh.
try and stay on track here.
No, shockingly, it was quieter where I used to live at night, but not with you guys. Anyway, book, dreams, problems. Us beating IRL now. It's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Prefer to discuss it.
So it seems that we're all sharing dreams, which certainly isn't normal. I never shared a dream with anyone, except for that one time with my cousin where we both were going to this lake at the same time and we were on a speedboat. We just kept going and going and going until there was a ramp, but the ramp went over the forest and it wouldn't make sense for a boat to be able to like continuously fly that far.
Doug,
But sorry, I'm getting distracted.
The point-
Anyway, it's not important. It's just uncommon that people share dreams.
I think we're all well aware, and it's also uncommon that people meet each other in dreams and happen to just be real living people as well. So,
Good point.
I wish I knew what to do in this sort of case, but I can safely say I don't.
I think the most pressing thing is that, well, he points at his eye and towards Jacob that we seem to be taking injuries within these dreams.
Yeah. So maybe we just need to be a little bit more careful because I assume, I hope not, but I assume it's probably going to happen again.
That's certainly a possibility.
Probably.
I mean, it seems
Not
like it was
getting
2
any
nights in a
peaceful
row.
Yeah. I would like to have some nice sleep, but feels like it's gonna happen again. And but I don't want to get hurt again.
No, and that's what I'm saying. We need to know when we fall asleep that we're in a dream, but we also need to take precautions because what we do could have repercussions. I don't know what would happen if one of us, God forbid, died.
Yeah, or if one of us ate one of those mozzarella sticks, I mean, how would that infect your, digestive
Don't-
system?
I don't
Maybe you
see
get some
why.
sort
That
of-
up again.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's like not physical harm, but it's going to become physical harm if there's bacteria and stuff in there. So probably could be
And-
bad.
Yeah. No.
And I don't want to be running into any more shadow creatures again.
Yeah,
Right.
that could have been much worse.
Do you
That could've been-
think it's
Mhm.
real? Is something after us? Did something bring us together for a reason?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we have never met in real life before. With no what sort of connection, I don't know. But somehow we are sharing the dream and we're seeing each other for the past few nights. So, and we're seeing each
Someone
other
wants
now.
to keep us together.
Hate to jump to conclusions, but what if it's some sort of curse or paranormal activity?
Doug,
Huh.
really?
I'm just it falls in line with it. I think I can trust y'all to be fairly honest about this sort of thing. Not
Well, you're the one that does all the heebie-jeebie stuff. Did you place a curse on someone and have it backfire and get us involved?
Doug thinks to himself for a second.
You're hesitating. I don't like the fact that you're hesitating.
Nothing I ever done in that manner should have ever worked. So anyway, that's not the important thing. It's
I think
just,
it is part of the important thing if it's what could have possibly caused all of this.
I don't think there's been any sort of cursing going on. Well,
You're the one who brought it up!
there is Cheryl. She would have a reason to place a curse. But I don't know how that would have to do with y'all.
Regardless, something's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Definitely.
Most of the time when I go over these things, I try to, chalk it up to more than it really is. This time, it's hard to really see what it really is.
So maybe we just need to sleep again in order to see what's really going on. Explore more in the dream realm or that town or whatever and find more clues. I truly don't know.
Could be more we could figure out up here. I mean, we still got the book.
I suppose. I also have plenty of notes written down from the dreams, because, fun fact, anything I write down in my dream also translates to my notepad in real life.
So have you been bringing stuff
Oh,
into the
really?
dreams?
I
would
guess.
guess, right?
I mean, I always have my notepad on me, so I guess it's just right for my subconscious to include it in my dream.
I have my bag and a few other things with me in the dreams.
That's
Although I can
interesting.
never find my car key.
Oh.
Hope my car's okay in the dream world. That'd be a shame.
Oh.
Right. What else do you think we could do? I mean, I have a whole case that I need to solve currently. You guys remember Lenny?
Yeah, apparently I
Oh.
murdered Lenny.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's
he
wonderful.
well, he's not confirmed murdered. His body is currently missing, but he is a current missing person that I am investigating, and Doug does happen to be one of the prime suspects right now. That is another reason why I wanted to get out of the art gallery, because my boss would probably
Yeah.
have my head if I was seen with him.
Right.
So I have Lenny's case to solve on top of all of this. I have whatever's going on with us to figure out, and I'm a detective, but I think this is a little bit beyond my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean-
you're a dream detective. This is
Yeah.
just
This is
Strange.
Weird.
Well, actually, the questions may, in themselves, provide us with a couple answers. We're wondering why, what brings the four of us together. We all know Lenny, or to some extent, right?
I suppose.
yeah.
So maybe Lenny is just missing, trying to do some nonsense on us. I don't know.
That
Could be-
doesn't make sense, because we
Hmm.
saw Lenny dead. It was in the
could
dream.
be some
sure.
sort of hallucination. Perhaps Lenny is putting us under the influence of certain products or substances.
I know Lenny fairly well, just doesn't seem like that type of guy.
Or he found an ancient book and read it and cursed us, and we might even be looking at the ancient book.
Again, I just don't think Lenny would do such a thing. I mean, I don't deny that he has a hand in this, but
What role does he play is the question.
precisely.
Yeah.
I just don't want to rule out Lenny. Never.
I mean,
rule
let's
out
not
Lenny.
let's not rule out Lenny. Lenny is
Yeah,
a suspect,
he could
but
be
he's also
part of
dead as
something.
far as we know. So I
He's
just don't
dead in
think-
our dream,
And
but to be
we
fair,
also found that other body too.
Yeah.
True.
There were. Yeah.
So there's not one person missing. There's 2 people missing.
And there's also that shadow creature, or the shadow guy that we chased who jumped out the window, the monster that we saw.
The weird
I mean,
lady
the monster
with the food.
is. Well, yeah, but the monster that threatened us is the main thing we should be looking at, no?
hold on, y'all hungry?
Not
No.
really.
What?
No, hear me out.
Okay.
Either of these things are just all figments of our
I
imagination.
swear if you're going to tell us we need to go get mozzarella sticks and coffee right now, that's actually not a bad
No.
idea.
That's exactly what I was about to suggest. What if, same waitress is working there, we can just, clear that up so we can see if everything that is inside the dreams happens to be relevant to our real life situations. And man, I could go for some of the mozzarella sticks without the worms.
I
don't know how I feel about
suppose
So you
that's
want to go to a diner?
not a diner,
The diner.
the diner that we went to in the dream. I mean, it exists in real life, doesn't it?
That's not too far.
I mean, I have my motorcycle back at the art gallery. Don't ask me how I drove it here wearing a dress and heels. I'm not exactly sure.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Do we really have to go? It's like, can't go to somewhere that's like, fancier, more like hygiene.
I mean, we haven't gone
worms
anywhere
free.
else in the dream, so it kind of.
It's either that or we break
Feels-
into an office building of some sort, and I don't even think that could possibly have as many answers.
There's less bugs. Just saying. So
We
I mean-
don't know if there's bugs in the diner these days.
I guess it's fine. But I'm
The
just
dream
not
seems to be
ordering
making
any
everything
more of those.
considerably worse than it already is.
Well, considering it feels like the dreams take place in a, run downtown, and clearly the town is fine right now. Makes sense. So,
Guess so.
diner. We all in agreement? That's our next step?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys leave Scotty's. You head to the diner from the dream that you all know from real life. And you get there and everything, it looks like a diner. It looks a lot nicer than it did in the dream. That's for sure. Things are a lot cleaner. People seem pretty normal. Do you guys get a table or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same table, if it's up. Is the
Mhm.
same table open?
Hold on. Yeah, in fact, when you come in, the waitress who's sort of behind the counter, looks like she's making a fresh cup of coffee, leans over to you and says, "Hey, how you doing, folks? You can take whichever one you want." And that one that you guys were in the dream is open.
Hey.
Beeline right for that.
Yeah. I feel like we'd all sit down in the same spots, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We just patiently wait.
You guys sit down. The waitress comes up to you with 4 menus. She's like, "Hey, how you guys doing tonight?"
Good. Could we get 3 coffees, an order of tea, and some mozzarella sticks, please?
Sure. She slowly starts collecting the menus back. Is that all you want?
Anyone want anything else?
Some cream and
You ordered
sugar
my
for
tea,
the
right?
coffee as well. But that should be fine.
3 coffees, a tea, mozzarella sticks, and cream and sugar. Got it. I'll be right back with that.
Sounds good.
And she walks away for a moment.
Could I
Do we
cop a glance
recognize
at the
her?
name tag?
Oh, her name tag?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it says Helen.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's a different name than the other one, if it even was named. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it was different. Hold on. Did I have Brian? I must have wrote that in my notes, actually, what her name was.
Yeah. I don't remember, but if any of us could
Oh, no, yeah, it was
potentially do a
Edna.
mind roll,
Edna was in the dream. This is Helen. She's
Okay.
she's
Alright.
nice.
would any of us
But not
remember
the
the
same
name
girl.
Edna?
I'd say you did, or you would, because you guys all remember the dream pretty clearly, and you, as you were looking at her, you were probably noticing some of the kind of ghoulish details about her, so you'd probably notice, her name. Yeah, so you would have known Edna, and this isn't Edna. This is Helen. She seems nice. She doesn't have rotten teeth. She looks a little tired,
nice.
but her eyes aren't all bloodshot and stuff. And yeah, it's just a normal diner. And I'd say, do you guys talk about anything, or do you just sort of wait for the stuff to come?
Doug
As soon
talks.
as soon as she leaves, Jules
Doug
would
will
probably
always
be
suck.
just like, well, no creepy waitress. I guess we'll see how the food is.
Things seems pretty clean so far. No bugs crawling around.
Hmm.
Doug wipes his hands on the bottom of the table, seeing if there's anything gross or any gum there.
Why would you do that?
I'm sure we just gave that woman the weirdest order of her life.
I mean, it was pretty quick. Perhaps we should have acted it out or something.
I think it's
Too late
fine.
now.
And yeah, Doug, under the table, nothing really weird. You feel some gum under the table, but it's like hardened, which is gross, but it's just like nothing you wouldn't expect to see in like a...
Yeah, I draw
Maybe
back, but I
diner.
probably don't say anything to Jacob. Yeah, everything's pretty clean here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that idea is a little bit of a bust.
Most likely. We could ask, see if, what was her name? Enid?
Edna?
Yeah, that was it.
Edna.
See if she works here, if there's any particular hours we could find her here. I
I
once again
suppose.
don't know if that would provide any answers, but her pure existence would provide some answers, I suppose. So
I guess.
that might be a
could
good
ask,
idea.
And we could ask the waitress.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I guess when she comes back with the coffee and mozzarella sticks, we'll...
Other than that, I
See
can't
about
imagine
Edna.
much more we would find specifically here.
Yeah. I'm really thinking that we might just need to go to sleep again, and with all the knowledge that
Well,
we know
we
now,
did just order 3 coffees
Maybe.
and some tea.
Right.
you've got a point. Maybe we take a trip to the Lenny's old office after this?
Didn't you say there was under police investigation or something?
I mean, yes, but I mean, it's after hours. I doubt anyone's there. We might be able to sneak ourselves in if we're careful.
Could be reasonable. Stop by, take a quick glance at that office building with the creepy guy in it. See if anything's weird about the building.
Yeah.
Although I can't imagine we'd recognize that sort of figure in the real world. No one's running around cloaked, jumping window to window or anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, as they're having this conversation, we see the waitress start making her way back towards the table with a tray. And as the waitress is coming, in the background, we see a person in a hood, like a hoodie, stand up from the table and walk out of the diner. The waitress gets to the table. She puts some empty cups down. She has a pot of coffee. She pours you guys all coffee. She has a cup of hot water. She gives you a tea bag. And it's all pretty good. I mean, it's diner coffee. It's not like super good, but it's coffee. It's good. And but you know what is good? Those mozzarella sticks. They're really
First thing
good.
I do, I pick one up, crack it in half.
And it's
I assume it has a
perfect.
good cheese pull, good little stretch and all
Oh
that.
yeah, they're still kind of
Warm
fresh out of
air
the
right
fryer.
next to it.
Still pretty hot, so when you break it apart, you get a good stretch on the cheese. They look really good.
Doug hesitates for a moment, but then just eats one of them.
Yeah, they're
Seems-
delicious.
Excellent mozzarella sticks if any of y'all want to try them.
I'm good. Thank you.
No need going through all this on an empty stomach.
Oh, it's nice to know there's no blood in mine for once. That's great.
Yep.
By the way,
Well-
ma'am, if you don't mind, we were meaning to ask, does anyone happen to work here who goes by the name Edna? Possibly an older lady?
And as you ask her that, her facial expression kind of changes. She looks a little almost frightened. It's like, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. No, nobody by that name works here. And she walks away.
Oh.
Before you can even ask anything again. Like, you could tell she did not want to have that conversation.
Y'all think someone named Edna did work here?
You know, I've interviewed quite a few people, and I feel like she's hiding something. I mean, I have my badge on me if you guys want me to flash it and try to get some more information out of her.
It is vaguely irrelevant to the case you're currently working, I suppose.
It is.
And I kind of want to see you just walk up and flash the badge and see what happens.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So, I guess I'll do that.
Alright, I guess we see Jules stand up, walk up towards the counter where the waitress is behind, probably getting like another order together or something.
Excuse me. Helen, was it?
Yes, ma'am. Was the coffee okay?
Yes, actually, it was perfect. I haven't tried it yet, actually, but I assume it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I'm actually working on a case. I'm so sorry. My name is Jules Lancaster. I am a detective for the local police force here. You can see my badge if you'd like.
Before she even looks at your badge, she kind of looks you up and down in the outfit that you're in and stuff, and it's just like, you don't look like a detective.
Yeah, it was kind of a special night. I had to go to an art gallery earlier. It's been a strange night. Bear with me, please. But yeah, so forgive me for asking again, but you just seemed a little nervous earlier when I spoke about Edna, and I just really need to know if you have any information regarding her. It's for my case, you see.
Well, like I said, nobody named Edna works here and hasn't for at least a couple of years now.
Okay, but someone used to work here by that name.
Yeah, it was my mother. She's been dead for maybe 5 years now.
My condolences. I'm very sorry to hear that. If I'm not prying, can you possibly tell me how she passed?
Honestly, it's sort of weird. She disappeared. Did her case happen to be left open, or did you ever get any closure, or? Yeah, it was never solved. She just didn't come home one night, and we didn't see her since. The police looked for her for a while, but after a while, with no leads, they just sort of gave up, and after the first year or two, you kind of give up hope and just assume that they're not, alive anymore.
I'm very sorry about that. Actually, part of my job, or, well, not exactly my job, I work on solving cold cases. So if you'd ever want someone to go back and look more into it, I'd be happy to try and help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you still have the file there if you do work for the police. It's,
I'm sure we do.
It'd be under Edna Greenberg.
Edna Greenberg. All right. I'll go ahead and write that name down in my little notebook.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Detective. I'm sorry I wasn't completely honest with you at first. It's just it's still a bit of a sensitive topic for me, and
trust me, I understand. I I lost my mom too when I was a little girl, so
Oh,
I
sorry to hear that. But
get it.
is it anything else you want to know, Detective?
I think that's okay for now. When I have a chance, I'll go over her case file, and I suppose I know where to find you if I have any more questions.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll be over to the table soon to see if you guys need like refills on your coffee or anything like that.
Great. Thank you again, Helen.
You're welcome, Detective.
And then she just head back to the table.
Yep.
So,
Did we all manage to hear that
I'm
conversation?
gonna take an assumption that she's either missing or dead. Just seeing our track record here.
yeah, did they hear the conversation already, or do I need to like fill them in?
I don't think they would have heard the conversation. You was
Doug
probably.
was
Okay.
trying.
All right, so Jules
just
would probably.
I mean, you
Jules
want me
would
to give you a chance, Xylo?
Sure. Let's see. Any particular role this? Yeah, we know what role it is. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be.
Under my mind skill, over my notice skill. Or stat.
Okay, you.
So maybe a couple words of it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a couple of words of it. You might have like not been able to make out the words, but you could kind of hear the tone a little bit of their conversation. You could tell it wasn't exactly comfortable. Like you could pick up on the uncomfortable vibe of it. And due to the length of the conversation and how long they kind of talked back and forth, you can assume it wasn't as simple as like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she returns.
Mm-hmm.
So Jules would probably sit back at the table, make sure that Helen can't hear them discussing everything, because obviously that would be very professional. And
she probably
would just
can't.
be-
I mean, there's some other people in the diner, so you hear some clanking glasses and things like that. There's probably a TV on with the news playing, so there's like enough background noise and stuff to kind of drown you guys out a bit.
So she'd sit down at the table and just say, "So, I think we met Helen's mother, who happened to go missing a couple of years ago, and the case was never solved."
Great. So we have another person missing or dead. Awesome.
I suppose that makes her and
Fun.
Lenny, but it's years apart.
Yeah, years. And also, I find it strange because in the dream, Lenny was very much dead, but
Very much
Edna was
alive.
kind of living,
Sort of, yeah.
in very bad shape, of course, but living nonetheless.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Lenny might have been alive.
I really
Didn't
don't
seem it.
think
Really
Lenny.
didn't seem it.
I really have a feeling he wasn't alive.
And what about that other guy?
The
I
one
don't
by
know.
The trash.
Yeah, we have any idea who he was?
No.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if I had to assume, he could be another cold case back at the office.
Could be. Jake, have you taken any pictures or anything?
Yeah.
Do you have a name, possibly? Did he have a name tag, a wallet on him? I can't remember.
Huh. Check.
Oh, the guy on the in the
Yeah.
garbage. You would have seen Jeb sewn onto like his overalls.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What
do you think?
Jap?
Jeb? Like
I saw the word.
J-E-B?
Yeah.
Sounds like a name.
Must
Look
be
at
a
the other
name.
Picture.
Jules will write that down below Edna's full name.
Just next time you have the opportunity, see if there's any cases matching that name.
Will do.
We might be on to something.
Possibly tomorrow when I'm back at the office.
Seems
But-
like we're making a pretty good team so far.
I think that's about all the information we're going to get from the Steiner. Should we head over to the office?
You barely touched your coffee.
How big is the coffee cup?
Typical. It's about like this size.
Okay. I feel like Jules
Typical
probably
coffee.
just downs it. Doesn't even touch the cream or sugar. She just
Yes.
chugs it.
That's awesome.
Needs some energy. Yep. So she chugs it, puts it back down. You satisfied?
So much.
Great.
Shove the last mozzarella stick in my mouth. Good to go.
Okay. I guess does anybody kind of leave just cash for the check or something like that? Or do you just
Yeah.
I
do
will
you
handle it.
dine and dash?
Of
Okay.
course, we have
No,
to do it just
definitely
like
not.
we have to do
Dine
it
and
just like we
dashing.
did in the dream, Jacob. So
That's
Yep.
true. Yes, that's your way.
Yep. I'll
right.
pay.
So the waitress comes over. You guys push the check over to Jacob as he
Of course.
just assuming he's gonna pay it.
Yeah.
Apple Pay?
He does, and there's no Apple Pay here, but you can pay with like your credit card.
Yeah, alright.
You guys pay the bill and you leave, and you guys, I suppose, start to head towards the office building. It's pretty much the same proximity as it was in the dream, so it's only like a couple of blocks away. As you exit the diner, you can actually see the office building over some buildings off in the distance.
I just also want to note, despite it being a city at this point, Jules would absolutely take off her heels and just walk barefoot.
Okay.
fair.
Admirable.
I mean, probably, but I know them heels aren't fun. And if
my
she needs
character
to
is
run,
a clean freak, that's gonna make me be like, that's gross.
All right, so you guys start walking, and as you start walking, you're walking down a sidewalk, and you look up, and in front of you is standing a hooded figure. He's standing like under, it's like very kind of cliche, he's standing like under a street light, so it's creating pretty much a good echo on his, shadow on his face. And just as you notice him, another hooded figure steps out behind you. And probably just as you guys are spinning around to notice him, 3 other shadow figures are walking up to you from across the street and surround you.
I would absolutely reach for my gun at this point.
As you do... Oh, did I not do the sound correctly? Well, the stream heard it. You
Just
hear
do it with your mouth so we can hear it.
Click, click. You hear a gun behind you as you go to reach.
So I feel like she's
Jules.
just standing there with like her leg kind of reached up and her arm half down, and then she'd slowly stand back up without grabbing it.
Yep.
Doug fixes his tie a little bit.
Who are you?
The one that's standing in front of you is looking at you guys and says, "Don't worry. You'll learn who we are in time. But we know who you are, and we've been looking for you."
I think you've got the wrong people.
That in a sort of like you've seen my commercial sort of way, or you being
Doug,
creepy?
now is not the time.
Yes, now's not the time, Doug Diggums. Jules Lancaster, Jacob Wong, and Scotty Miller. Do you still question whether or not I have the right people? And as he said, Scotty Miller, the hooded figures that are standing around you, they're all sort of kind of looking down a little bit, but as he's saying your guys' names, one of them sort of like looks up a little bit, but then puts his head back down again. And
Doesn't this happen to be a similar spot as where the big old shadow monster came at us last time we were on the same path? Or would it be closer to like the couple of blocks away where we saw the other hooded figure that ran away from us? Or is it just completely separate?
You know what? I did not plan this, but I really love that question, so we're gonna say yes. Yes, this is the same exact spot as where you guys saw the shadow monster before.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be the other one because that was the building across from Lenny's
Yeah.
Yeah.
office.
Yeah, so this would have been like very shortly away from the diner.
Okay.
Now, as you guys are standing here, you're surrounded. The one that was talking says, "Okay, let's grab them." And instantly, almost like it's choreographed, 4 of the guys in hoods come up, quickly inject some sort of hypodermic needle into each character's neck,
Huh.
and you all go unconscious.
Oh man.
At
That,
least we're dressed nice.
yeah,
Yeah, at least we look fancy.
and that is
I'm
where
not
we're
dying
taking
in this
tonight's
part of the
break.
city.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Jeez.
That's interesting.
Said something about this getting serious tonight. All right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I was actually just because I knew I wanted that to be the cliffhanger for the break. I was just kind of hoping it would time out somewhere around like You guys almost gave me like an hour and a half though before that, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
took a turn I wasn't expecting, gonna be honest.
We're figuring out too much. We're figuring out too much. They got to come after
Yeah.
them.
I'm curious to see if we're asleep now that we
We're
have
Oh
Yeah.
no!
a needle injected,
no,
or if we're gonna
unconscious.
wake up somewhere.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually a
no.
good question. I guess we will
boy.
find out when we come back after this break. So everybody, go grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom. Even if you have to do none of those things, at least get up and stretch your legs because it's good for you. And we will be back in just a moment. All right, see you in a few. we come back to Scotty, Doug, Jules, and Jacob waking up inside of a pretty nondescript room, but it seems like it's in maybe like an abandoned factory or something like that. They all sort of gain consciousness at roughly around the same time. You're not like tied up or anything like that. You're just but you guys are all, you know, in the same room. And yeah, here you are.
Okay. So did what just happen, or what I just think happened?
That was
that
a
make
weird
sense?
dream.
That wasn't a dream.
Dream.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it happened.
I'm gonna reach down to my leg, see if I feel my gun.
It is not there.
Great.
Yay.
And I imagine my phone's gone from my clutch as well.
Yeah, you actually don't even.
Have my clutch anymore.
Yeah, you don't even see your bag or your clutch.
Did they take
anywhere.
my bag?
Oh yeah, they probably would have taken your bag.
Oh man.
I'm assuming they took everything.
Yeah, all their belongings.
What about her heels?
Yeah, did they take? I was just gonna ask, did they take my shoes?
Interestingly enough, your heels are sitting over by the door to the room that you are in.
It'd been really weird if they put them back on her.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were gonna say. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad they didn't. Well, so we're not tied up or anything, you said?
No, you're not tied up.
So we're just in the room on the floor.
Yep, pretty much.
Jules would probably pretty immediately get up and try to find a way out, or attempt to.
Okay. Let me see your skills here real quick. I have so many screens up. What could you do? I don't think your distracting physique would be helpful in this case.
Darn.
Not yet, unless they come back.
Wink,
I was
wink.
already considering that. I was like, is this where it's gonna play in?
It'll work on me.
I don't need it to work on you. It's already working on you, and I haven't even rolled
It's
it.
working pretty well.
Okay, you can go and try to, like, you don't have anything on you that could, like, pick a lock or anything, but you can go and try the door handle. It does seem like a big kind of metal door.
Yeah,
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, pretty immediately, yeah, she'd probably check to see if it's unlocked anyway, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
the likelihood isn't good, but.
as I'm sure you can guess, it is most definitely locked. But as you
Aw.
do it, you feel like you hear conversation happening outside of the door.
She would definitely lean towards the door, try to listen in.
Okay. And you hear roll your notice skill. Not enough notice rolls this
Of
session.
course.
Ooh, okay, that's
Bad, but not good.
terrible. Okay. We'll say you hear probably two guys that are talking, having a conversation louder than they probably should be. And sort of off in the distance, you hear,
Why them? Why? But I mean, did you see the way the one guy was dressed? Look, it's not our job to question. It's just it's our job to do what we're told. Do you think they're even awakened yet? No, I don't think so. Not yet.
and that's all you hear. You hear that conversation, minus the dripping that you heard. Sorry, voice mod updated and did a weird thing.
Alright, so once she doesn't really hear anymore, she'd probably just start knocking on the door. Be like, hey! Are you gonna let us out of here? Tell us what's going on? Hello? Anyone?
You'd probably hear from the other side of the door. What would you hear? Nothing. You'd hear nothing. You'd hear no response.
I
that
imagine they go
point-
real quiet at that point too.
Yeah. I'd walk back over to the others. Just say, I heard voices on the other side of the door. Couldn't really entirely make out everything, but they were talking about us being awakened. Whatever that means.
I mean, we just woke up, so.
The way they talked about it, it made me feel like they weren't talking about sleeping, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I think this is some weird sort of cult stuff.
It very well could be. The
no, I
one
mean,
dude
bunch
asked-
of hooded people came out of nowhere, so I would assume.
Yeah, but they also
Look
knew
like
who
a
we
cult.
were. But wait, you don't
Yeah.
think this has to do with the dream, does it?
Could very well
Oh,
have to do with
I
the
feel
dream.
like it has something to do.
I mean,
Hooded
that's the
figure.
only...
We're connected. They know our names.
I guess.
Don't know if it specifically has anything to do with the hooded figure in the dream or whatnot, but it could.
I mean, it makes sense. Seems like that's a correlation, right?
But I
Yeah.
never mentioned my
Yeah.
last name to any of you.
No?
Nor in the
You-
dream.
No, that was the
No.
first time we heard it before.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
So they
They've
know a little
definitely
more than
done-
we do.
they've done their research.
Likely they know
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
more than we do.
But why us? And why won't they explain what the heck is going on?
And what does it mean to be awakened?
Yeah.
Some sort of weird ritual, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I don't want a part of it. I've got work tomorrow. I've got cases.
Yep.
I just offered to have Edna's case looked into. It's a cold case, and now I'm kidnapped? Are you kidding me?
We could use this to our advantage. Maybe they're
How so?
we went out looking for answers. These type of people may have some answers about something.
We're
I
locked
doubt-
in a room, and presumably, what's a factory? What kind of answers are we going to find in here?
For one, whatever answers they wish to provide us. Clearly they have us here for a reason, and I doubt it's just to keep you away from doing any police work.
Well,
Doubt it's to keep me away from doing my work. I doubt it's to keep Jacob away from taking fantastic photographs.
Yep.
I don't know their intentions. None of us do, from what I know. I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a look around, see if we can find anything that could even possibly get us out of here. A key, any
Guess so.
clues. So, everyone take a corner of the room maybe and look for anything that might help us.
Start looking around.
I will say that this is probably the emptiest room you could possibly
Darn it.
imagine.
Yeah, I figured. So,
There's no.
It's like this room is intended to hold people in.
Yeah, there's no furniture, there's no anything, but just from the fact that it's like metal walls and the type of floor it is, you can assume it's not a house, and it feels like a room in an abandoned factory or something like that.
Are there any like windows higher up or anything?
Not in your room, no.
So I think Jules would just probably look around, get more frustrated, go back to the door and start knocking again.
Now,
Hey! Hello?
They already know we're awake. They might be sending for someone to come talk to us.
They better be sending someone to come talk to us. I'm about to give them a piece of my mind when they get here. Come on!
And
Hello?
we might want to have some sort of strategy for when they come and try to talk to us.
I'm
Maybe
gonna give them a
being-
strategy, alright, when I...
That might not be the proper way of dealing with these sorts of people.
Are you doubting my abilities?
I'm not doubting your abilities. in
Why don't you take
defending
those
you.
sunglasses off and we'll see.
Do I still
what I
have my
can do?
sunglasses?
Yeah, they left the sunglasses on you, actually.
Sweet.
Look in a mirror and then, doubt me
I
again.
understand you could probably beat most of these
I'm-
people up, but
I mean,
One,
we should, think of some
they
strategy, I
outnumber
agree.
us. We don't know how many there are. and we're on their turf right now. They have needles. They have your gun. They might have more guns.
How did you know I had a gun on me?
I mean, what were you reaching for all these times? And you pulled it out in a dream. I assume,
Okay, but I didn't have it strapped around my ankle in my dream.
I suppose not.
I'm just saying, watch where your eyes are going.
Is it my fault?
Strategies. We should talk about that.
Yeah. Strategies.
Sure.
So, one,
The ideas.
we could try to beat them all senseless.
I like that
Probably
idea.
the worst case
I
scenario.
don't.
It's not my preferred option
I
either.
think that's like a last resort, the kind of deal, like beating. We want to get some answers, right?
Indeed. Two, we could seem very interested in whatever they're talking about. Play along.
Mm-hmm.
See if we could, quote unquote, join whatever sort of thing they're trying to run.
I was never the greatest actress, you see.
Or three, we completely just pretend we're in charge of them. Say that they're in a lot of trouble for what they did. We know that they're the ones that need an awakening.
Oh.
I don't think we have enough information to pull that third one off. I'm leaning more towards option number 2 personally, but floor is open.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely pressing charges after this whole situation, so I guess at the very least we can hear them out and at least question.
I
Their
mean,
motives.
who are you pressing
Yeah.
charges against?
You don't know
Whoever
any of their
the-
names or what they look like.
Not yet. But I plan to find out. Do you guys not? They injected some weird stuff
That
into
would
our
be
neck.
wonderful if we could, but the way they operate seems to suggest they don't want us to know who they are.
Precisely. That's why I plan to
Yeah.
find out. I
How
am
do
a
you
detective.
how do you presume to do that?
I wish I can take.
I don't know yet.
pictures Of them quickly. If I
Do you
could.
even have your camera?
No.
Did they take it?
Do I still have my camera? I mean,
Yeah, that's an
Um,
interesting one.
You
yeah, I
would,
meant to ask.
you would not have your camera. Did you have your camera when you were at the gallery?
Yeah, I always bring my
Hmm.
camera. It's so important.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess that is a very photographer thing to do. Like a photographer
Yeah.
would always.
Would it
bring
be
their
rude
camera.
to bring your camera to someone else's photo gallery?
I
Well, I don't
imagine
like
it's just.
wear it. I have like.
Or is it just like a badge, essentially?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I
Bad
imagine
photo.
it's kind of understood amongst the photographers community. It's like you always bring a camera. You never know when you're gonna get a great photograph.
That makes
and
sense.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I love the party scene. So it's like a gallery, so a lot of people.
But yeah, unfortunately, you do not have your camera, Jake.
Yeah, I love my camera. They better not break it.
Or
I'm
at least
sorry.
we'd probably like to get our things back. Maybe they only have a couple words to say and let us be on our way.
I
Yeah.
highly doubt that. Otherwise, they would have got their point across on the street and not kidnapped us and injected
Maybe the
us.
kidnapping's part of the point.
We never know until we try. So let's like act nice and just see what we can get. Hopefully,
I
we
don't
get
know if
more
I'm going to be
things.
capable of acting nice, but I will try for you guys.
Or one of us could appear to be unconscious, needing medical attention. Another option. No.
I mean,
No, that's a terrible
mean-
idea. No.
whatever you say.
Okay.
Whatever helps the situation,
I mean, it wouldn't be me unconscious, of course, not.
I mean, you could always take one for the team, right?
No, I don't
No.
think that would be the best option considering,
You seem like a good
just-
actor.
You don't want to
Yeah.
help us out of this
I
situation,
feel like the
Doug?
unconscious part
Be
is
the
easy.
hero.
I feel like that's the easier thing to act. I feel like someone would need to talk, and she clearly said she's not the actress type. Just because she
No,
would
but I'm
say-
the talker type, and I can probably get us out of the situation a lot easier than you can, arguably.
We really just don't know.
Maybe we
I'm
should
still
vote.
all for siding with them until given an opportunity to do otherwise.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not opposed to hearing them out. I frankly would love to know why they kidnapped us and brought us to a random
Mhm.
factory-looking
Yeah.
building.
And just
Sounds
then,
good.
you guys hear over a loudspeaker. Perhaps this is a bad time to mention it, but you know we can hear everything you're saying, right?
Oh, come on!
Oh,
And just at that moment, the door opens up. You see a hooded figure walking behind him. You see two hooded figures behind him, that man, and they are holding guns.
Help! My friend Scotty needs medical attention.
Would you shut up?
I'm seeing if they'll
They-
laugh.
This isn't the time for jokes. What do you want?
You know, this is always my favorite part. the part where you have no idea what's going on. The part where you're just grasping at theories and ideas of what is possibly happening to you.
The part where you're about to get something handed to you if you don't start explaining what's going on.
They
and
literally
getting to
have
the
guns
point.
on us right now. I mean, I'm sure you're capable. It's just they might
If
have
they
more.
wanted us dead, they would have already killed us.
I'm sure they don't want us dead, but if you decide to put your hands upon them, then they might proceed to do things.
Continue.
Oh no, I was enjoying watching you guys bicker amongst each other.
As you can see, we don't
I'm
always get
glad.
along.
I'm really glad you're
Yep.
getting entertainment out of all this. You know, I actually have
Oh.
a job to get to in the morning, so if we could just
entertainment.
hurry
Secret-
this up.
Part of me just secretly hopes that this is just all part of a big prank show. It's just a prank show. I did joke about in an interview that I want to be on one big prank. Is this? No? Yes?
No, Mr. Wang, this is not a
Oh, dang
prank
it.
show.
Oh, okay. Alright. Continue. Great. What's this?
Well, for some reason, the four of you have been chosen.
Chosen by who?
He looks at you and does not answer.
Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
We're here. You have us captured. You're just not going to answer our questions.
You've
I mean, we've seen a few things as well, so I mean, we might be able to give you some information on why we've been chosen, but that's up to all y'all.
if I'm not mistaken, you've already met them.
Oh,
Sorry.
We could possibly confirm this, yes.
In the
Tall,
dream.
dark, and handsome.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same person, Mr. Tiggums.
The last one is arguable.
Well, to be fair, we didn't get that good a look, I suppose, but
So just to be on the same page, please. This happens to deal with what we've been experiencing on a nightly basis.
Oh, of course it does.
And what is this? Some type of game, is it?
The figure four of you saw in the middle of the road. He needs to... how should I put this? And he looks really, kind of squints his eyes. Feed.
Excuse me?
Feed off of what?
what's this thing trying to feed on?
Well, you, of course.
I mean, I assume that's a metaphorical statement, not a literal statement.
I have a feeling it's not a metaphorical statement.
I mean, it'd be weird to feed on directly people, I suppose.
right.
We have so
That's-
much more to offer than our flesh.
Yeah.
Let's just
You
say
still want to be all for their cult?
This.
it's not literal, Mr. Tiggums. The entity that you saw doesn't feed on your flesh. That would be ridiculous.
Let me guess, it just feeds on our souls.
I guess something like that.
So we're trapped in a horror film. This is great.
I'd say it's more feeds on your emotions.
I assume fear, to be specific.
Oh yes, that is one of them. Fear is certainly a wonderful feast.
Okay.
What about love and friendship?
Oh, we don't have that, so if that's what it was looking for.
No, but we could certainly provide this if this is what this creature needs.
I can assure you, Mr. Dickums, our mutual acquaintance isn't interested in anything like that.
Had to make sure.
Do you know what happened to Lenny and Edna and Jeb?
I don't know a Edna or a Jeb, but Lenny, yes. Mr. Colworth.
That's him.
Let's just say he was looking into things he might not should have been.
Makes sense in his line of work. And is this the part where you warn us not to look into things we shouldn't look into?
Well, yes,
I don't really think we have a choice.
That is part of this, yes. Let me ask you a question. I guess we'll still call him our mutual acquaintance. You were dreaming when you met him, were you not?
We were.
That is correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
I
all
remember.
remember. And have you asked the question, why are you all dreaming together?
No, not once. Why? Would it be important for some reason? Of course we asked the question.
And he sort of smiles, amused, looks at Doug, says, perhaps you should keep asking that question. And he walks out of the door and closes it.
Hey!
Are you kidding me? That's all we get.
So all we get is dreams together.
I'm gonna ask about my
Like-
camera, my things.
I
think our
really don't know if
belongings
that's
are.
an immediate priority.
I think that's the lowest thing on the list.
Right.
So we were
No.
chosen. Great.
Yes.
I'm just so glad I know exactly what that means.
Well, he keeps questioning why we share dreams and says to keep questioning it. Clearly, we're special.
I don't feel like it.
You're special. And you're special.
Doug.
And even you, Scotty, you're special too.
I love how Doug's like, we're special, and Jacob's like, I don't wanna.
I know someone who is special, but we won't look into that.
What are you trying to say, Scotty?
Don't worry. I'm sure it went over Doug's head anyway.
I mean, I get the implication. I think you're special too.
Beautiful.
Doug, you're about to get another black eye.
I don't think that'll help the situation.
No, but it'll make me feel better.
I mean, look, if next time they open the door you want to go, I mean, they can hear us. But if next time we open the door you want to go rush them and start punching, then that's perfectly fine. But I just don't think it'll work the best for you. And believe it
You
or not,
know,
I don't want to
think
see you
that's
get shot full of holes.
And I prefer ricocheted bullets to not bounce off of me. Thank you.
I forgot a very, very important detail about these hooded figures.
Okay.
So we're just gonna say, I guess it sort of occurs to all of you right now. All of them had these tattoos on their hands. All of them, the same tattoo. And it appeared to be the head of a wolf.
Wolf, yeah. I'm assuming the book has been taken. So it'll be in my bag.
Yeah, you don't have the book.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know you definitely saw a picture of a wolf in that book.
Very much so.
So, you can decide yourself how
And
you
the
want to
wolf
do
talisman thing.
Jules would remember the little statue. I think was of a wolf as well,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys happen to notice their hands by any chance?
Seems like we have our sort of cult markings.
Wolf.
Yeah, they all have the same
That seems
tat.
like it.
Or
I
could be some
didn't-
sort of gang, but Seem more of the cultish variety to me.
Yeah.
I didn't mention it before, but when I was taking a look at the book when it was at the police station, I happened to see a little wolf figurine. It was a sleeping wolf.
And that was found in Lenny's office.
I believe so, yeah.
Sleeping wolf.
So
Clearly
it definitely
he was-
seems like that's a reoccurring thing with all of this.
Well, you know what they want us to do, don't you?
Sleep?
I imagine so.
Well, that's not gonna happen on this concrete, let me tell you.
Oh.
True, if they did want us to sleep, they would get us some nice warm beds.
Yeah.
Saying.
No, you're not wrong.
Don't imagine that's going to change anything.
I think
Yeah.
Jules just ends
We're
up
not gonna
walking
come
to
in
one of
again.
the walls and sits down, leaning up against one of them. She's just defeated at this point.
Okay. Does anybody else like say or do anything, or do you guys just kind of all sit in
Doug probably
silence, thinking
Yeah,
about your
lays
situation?
down to rest.
I think my character would be a bit panicky, considering he's been quiet this whole time and hasn't really spoken.
It's
Got a
been
lot going on in his mind, I
a
imagine.
lot just tossing and turning.
Yeah.
Just kind of in his head right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So we'll say all of you are kind of, it's gotten to that point where you've probably exhausted all the conversation you guys can have
Yeah.
with each other. You're all a little frustrated with the situation, obviously, so everyone's just sitting there sort of quiet, and at that moment, you guys hear the door open. And standing there in the door is a hooded figure once again. He looks around the room at you. Are you guys pretty much all awake? Yeah, we're gonna say none of you. All of
Yeah.
you had trouble falling asleep.
Yeah. I wouldn't get up when he enters or anything. I would still just sit there and look at him. But
I pretend to be sleeping.
He says, "Quickly, if you're gonna get out of here alive, we haven't much time." In his hands, he is holding, he's got Scotty's wallet, he's got everybody's wallet, he hands Jacob his camera, he hands Jules his gun, her gun, and says, I know you don't know who I am, but trust me, I'm gonna get you out of here.
This feels like a trap.
Well,
I don't think
I would-
the guy
I
would
wanna
be
get
trapping
out.
us if we just gave her a gun.
Just
yeah, I
give her
feel
the
like
gun.
at
Have a
that
camera
point,
back.
Jules would walk up to him. I feel like take the gun. I'm trying to figure out would you point it at him or not.
Show us your face and we'll follow you.
What he
Okay.
said.
He lifts his hood back,
That was easy.
and he's a kind of a younger gentleman. Do me a favor, Scotty.
Thought so.
Mm-hmm. I had a feeling.
Roll your memory.
Oh,
Roll your memory
Okay.
skill right now.
Oh,
Boy.
Whoa.
I
Okay.
don't like where this is going.
Scotty,
Uh-huh.
you have not seen him since you were really, really, really young. But that bond is unbreakable. This is your brother.
Oh, I knew this is where this was going. Oh boy.
And he looks at you, Scotty, and he says, "Scotty, trust me."
Do you know this man, Scotty?
I didn't think I would, but yeah, I do actually.
Reason enough for me. We can save the pleasantries
Okay.
for later. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
good enough.
Okay, I need everybody to roll their stealth skill.
Oh
please.
no, I'm scared.
Oh no, stealth skill.
Oh boy, my all quiet.
Ooh!
Oh, Jake.
Ugh.
Oh, another 11 for Mitch.
Doubles. Doubles.
Back to backs.
Why does that happen so much with this campaign?
I know it's 1 in 100 too.
Yeah, there's always so many doubles.
Okay, you all start heading down the hallway. You were following well, you don't know, but what we, the audience, knows is Scotty's brother. And we'll just say, because of the way these rolls happened, even though you're all trying to move quickly and quietly, Jules and Doug cannot help but argue.
I went back to pick up her heels. You almost forgot these.
I didn't need those. Are you
Well,
kidding me? We need
You're
to
not
get
gonna
out of
leave
here.
them behind.
I don't care about the stupid shoes.
I'll carry them for. I can just put them in my bag. It's fine.
Just grab them and let's go. Let's get out of here.
We're going.
Jeez.
Just barely slowed me down a bit.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh boy.
I know, I hate how good we are at arguing.
At that moment, you hear from the distance, You guys hear that? I heard a noise from this direction. And that moment, Scotty's brother turns towards you and says, I think they know you're gone. You have to go on without me. I can't go. They'll kill me if they find me with you.
Are we caught up to them at this point?
Yeah. You guys were all kind of going together, but I'm kind of envisioning Doug and Jules like being in the back of the group, and they're just like.
Just tell us how to get out of here, and we can manage.
It says at the end of the hallway, you make a left. There's a door that isn't guarded. It's your first door on the right.
Great.
Guys, go and beat.
Sure, you're gonna be okay.
Yes, I'm gonna be fine. Just repeat.
You want her to hit you or anything to have a story?
No. Okay.
No.
Let's.
And as you
let's
guys start
go.
to run away. Oh wait. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask him one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask how Mom was doing. How's their mother?
He looks at you, pauses for a second, says, "That's a conversation for another time." Trust me, we'll get to have it. Just now's not the time, Scotty. And then he
All right,
says, "Wait,
fine.
one more thing." And he looks at Doug, and he reaches back behind him, pulls out from his jacket the book, hands it to Doug, and says, "You guys are gonna need this." And runs down the hallway in the opposite direction.
Thank you for your help.
Later, brother.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Slip the book into my bag and get moving.
All right. I'm not gonna be too strict with this, but everybody give me one more sneaking or stealth roll.
Oh boy. Doug's not good at this today.
Oh man. We will. Oh man.
Jacob, take a couple pictures on your way out, just in case.
Yeah, I'm alright.
And he
Where we
rolls
at?
It'll be useful in the
77.
future.
All right. As you guys turn the corner, it's kind of like you guys. It's like a T-shaped hallway, and you guys are coming up the stem, and you can turn left or right. He told you guys to turn left. You turn left, but as you do, you see two guys in hoodies down the other direction, and they see you. Do you all start running?
Yeah, I would assume.
Does
Yeah, I think
Jules
that's
start
the plan.
shooting?
Hi, bye.
I would definitely get the gun ready to shoot.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
I wouldn't shoot immediately though. That's the absolute last resort. So I guess. Wait, are they at the end of the hallway that we were supposed to get out of? That was supposed to be unguarded.
Are they in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
They're in the opposite direction, so they're not in between you and the door. But they are close enough to have noticed you. They're maybe about 30 feet away from you when you notice.
She'd definitely just want to run and get to the door first. But she would definitely be like watching behind her, making sure they're not getting too close.
Yeah, I imagine it would be sort of in her cop instinct to let everybody else get through the door first.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be behind the group for sure.
Okay. Let me just look at all.
This is why you take your heels off, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I got him.
And let's have you guys all roll just against your speed stat. We're not necessarily going to go with a specific skill. We just want to see how quickly you guys get out of here.
We're under it.
Yeah, you're under it. Jacob is under it.
I'm just over it.
Jules is just over it, but we're gonna say that's okay. You were kind of lagging behind because you were letting everybody else go. Mitch, you're lagging a little bit, but you're still okay. You guys do get out of there. As I said, these guys are about 30 feet away from you. The second they see you, they're probably like, "Hey, wait, get back here!" and start running at you guys. But the door that you need to go through is not that far away, so you guys get through. And you get away. When you get outside, you notice you are indeed at like an abandoned, I think it would look like a coal.
Yeah, we don't even know where we are.
A coal factory.
Oh boy.
Um,
Taking pictures. All of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Doug's getting pictures. And, yeah, I mean, you guys can see there's not really... You don't see anybody around, but you can't be too careful. But I imagine you're just sort of running, right?
Yeah, they'd be running.
Yeah.
just
Trying to get
to get
distance,
away
maybe some
as
cover
far as
if
I can.
you can do that at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, like, running down the main road. You might have, like...
Yeah, we're trying to make a getaway rather than just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to lose them if at all possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's a crappy roll. Let's just say that you guys, you run maybe a couple of 100 feet away. You stop to look back to see if they're still after you, and you don't see them. You can still kind of see from where you are the lights and stuff from the factory, and you might see a couple of them, maybe with guns, sort of like scanning the area, looking around and stuff, but you're not seeing them at all. They're not running after you. They don't know what you look like, or not that they don't know where you are. They didn't see you guys get away.
We should probably keep trying to get as much distance as we possibly can.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd say you're sort of looking over in this direction. You can kind of see the factory, and over in this direction, you can see the road that leads up to this factory. It is sort of secluded away from other things. There's not a lot of other stuff around. But you do see the road that sort of leads out of this place.
Yeah, I think we maybe follow the direction of the road, but if at all possible, is there like woods around the road or anything?
Yeah. This place is sort of secluded in the woods a little bit, so there would be, I'd say it's probably like it's like a dirt road, but a big dirt road. It's not like narrow. It's pretty wide. Like some trucks probably come up here sometimes and stuff, so it's not too narrow. But there's definitely some woods on either side of the road.
Yeah.
Those
So
are going to be
probably
fun to walk through.
Off the road whenever possible,
Yeah.
just in case they hop in a vehicle, drive, and spot us.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of follow it.
Okay.
The best of our ability.
Now, as you get there, you make it to what looks like more of a main road. And I guess... What's a skill I could see to note? See if you... Like, I don't want to use notice again.
What are we trying to do?
I want to see if you guys would know what road you're on.
I will use my
general
navigate skill.
Or general education, maybe.
General education, that's good.
Could one argue that drive skill?
Ooh,
True.
I
Yeah.
like that, actually.
I don't have many points in that, but
Same.
Same.
See if Doug knows
I
the
don't
way.
drive.
I got a strong feeling.
actually, I
You
know
know?
where we at.
Yo, we know this road.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I'd
this is a-
say... Oh man, what is Scotty?
Oh my god.
My driving
I
is
don't know
literally
where we are.
15.
I
So
also, mine is 20. Oh my god.
Yeah, so a couple of
Alright.
you guys know where you are for sure. Kayla
I'm
and
lost.
Jakey for sure.
Both 13. Wow.
You guys both rolled the same
Matching
number.
13s.
yeah,
I wish-
again, I'm telling you, something is weird.
Mhm.
I wish this was like a
Conspiracy.
more significant situation so I could do something special with that, the double 13s. But yeah, I mean, you guys know where you are for sure. You're probably not that far out of the main city. Maybe about what would be a 15-minute drive out of the city.
Mhm.
So you probably
Ugh.
traveled about a 15-minute drive from where they picked you guys up.
All right.
Well, city's back this way. I guess it's best for us to keep walking.
Be a couple
still have
hours.
my- Motorcycle at the art gallery.
Oh man, those parking meters must be running up.
Oh.
Hopefully I'm not towed. But also, I just want to point out, they knew our full names. I have a feeling they also know where we live.
Yeah, they could very easily find us, I
So-
imagine.
And I'd
I
also
don't-
like to point out that my brother was a part of them, and I haven't seen him since I was little.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good that he recognized you, but
Wow.
what does
That
that
So-
mean?
makes me a bit uncomfortable.
Think he's gonna be
well,
okay?
I don't know.
it was only because of him that we got out of there. Alive,
Yeah.
presumably. So
Yeah.
we owe our lives to your brother. He must be a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, we
Was
might need
when
to
we were
hunker
little.
down together. We probably don't want to separate, get picked off by these people.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with that. But
Mhm.
where should we go?
How much room you got, Scotty?
Do you really think we should go back to one of our places?
Suppose not.
I mean, I have room. I don't know how much room you guys would need, but I have.
I mean,
I feel like almost anywhere they go, I mean, unless you're gonna stop going to work and I'm gonna stop going on calls, they're gonna be able to find us at some point. So as long as we're together, at some extent, it's better than nothing.
I get. Should we call the cops?
I thought you were the cops.
I mean, I am, but just like, should we get police more involved? They still kidnapped us at the end of the day.
Yeah, I guess that's where. I mean, we know where they're at least operating at this
Jason.
moment.
Maybe I could call my
Yeah.
boss. Oh, this feels really weird. But at the least, he could possibly pick us up. We could drive by, show him what
Yeah,
happened.
But
This
what are you
is
gonna
weird.
tell them? That some random people in hoodies picked us up because we've been having strange dreams together?
and they're in the
Oh,
factory, and we're all
no.
dressed
also the
like this.
fact that you're.
Mm,
There's also
And
the fact that you're the suspect on the case that I'm.
Yeah, I don't feel like that'd be good
Yeah.
for me necessarily.
Huh.
Good for you. I don't think it'd be good for me. Are you kidding? I could lose
Maybe
my
not good
job.
for either of us. Okay. It's just
So we can't do that. We can't.
right.
So I guess my place is going to be the hideout for now.
I mean, we could stay. In
I
my
mean,
place.
I-
My place would be good.
We're
too.
not. We're not going back to. Do you have someone that takes care of your turtle?
Well, no, I gotta check on my turtle.
Oh. I mean,
I'd like to
What?
sleep in my own bed tonight. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, how much room you got at your place? We could swing by, pick up my turtle, bring it
I
over.
got a couple of couches. Nothing
I mean-
fancy, but
my place is also pretty nice as well. I mean, but I don't know. You said you want your bed, so.
I mean, I live in a apartment building. It's pretty secure. I've got firearms and stuff in case of emergency.
How about we draw straws, see where we stay?
Yes.
I'm
with the straws
staying
we
in my
clearly
bed
have.
tonight. You guys can either come or you can stay by yourselves. I don't care.
Whoa, okay. You can't just invite me back to your place. This is our first time going on a night out together. It's a little forward, but we'll see. We'll see.
It was your idea that we should stick together. And I don't know what kind of thing you think is happening here, but it's not.
All I know is that
Don't
I'm
look
calling
at me
a
like
couch at
that.
her house because I'm
Don't.
not staying alone.
Don't look at me like that.
All right.
Thanks.
Right? You said you had a few couches, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm taking one of them. I'm not staying alone after this mess.
All right.
Sure.
Fine by me.
All right.
Guess that's a good enough plan. Still, once we get our vehicles, I'm swinging by my place.
Go for it.
Okay, do you guys walk? Do you call an Uber? What do you do?
Oh. And do stuff like that. Yes. Awkward Uber ride. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Uber.
Yeah,
In the
Uber.
middle of nowhere, dressed in
Yeah.
Covered
mud,
in mud
covered in muck.
and sticks, probably. And yep,
All right.
we'll call an Uber.
Okay, so
Do we get the talkative Uber driver or the quiet one?
Oh no!
I'm excited.
all right,
Jules is
so
gonna shut him down so quick.
the Uber driver pulls up. He's got a pretty big, like an SUV. I'm assuming you guys specified the amount of passengers when you called for it.
Yeah.
And so they
Four
knew that it would be 4 people. He
It
pulls
can't
up.
be us awkwardly crammed in a sedan.
Pulls up pretty much on the middle of like a highway and sees 4 people dressed the way they are on the side of the road, and pretty much pulls up, lets you guys into the car. Who sits where? Who sits shotgun?
Jules
I'm
would
calling
definitely.
shotgun.
Oh, Jules
we're
would
gonna
definitely
fight
go
about
for
it.
it too.
We're
Yeah.
gonna fight about shotgun.
It's
Doug
Jules. He's
slide
not.
in for the shotgun while they're
Oh
arguing about
no!
it.
Let's have a contested roll to see who gets shotgun.
I almost love Jules getting trapped in the back with Doug though. So,
That's why I want to sit in the front. I don't want to be near him.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
just as you're thinking about sitting in the front, well, actually, while the 3 of you were thinking about sitting in the front,
Mhm.
Scotty doesn't even think about it. He just gets in the front.
I just immediately open the door and close it.
Yeah.
Yep. So he gets in. Uber driver is just like, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing out here? Car breakdown or something?"
You could not believe the night we had. Whew.
Yeah,
You ever been
yeah.
to the diner up in the middle of town? Near that office area? They have the best mozzarella stick.
Jules is just so annoyed. She's just looking out the window.
Oh yeah, I remember that diner. I used to go there like back in college a lot. You know, back when I used to go out and party a little bit more. We'd go out to the bar and stuff, and that would always be sort of our go-to stop afterwards. But yeah, it's a good place. Good mozzarella sticks, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the best mozzarella sticks. Those were so crispy, yet so, gooey on the inside. It was fantastic. Can we just assume that Doug and his Uber driver just have a conversation with each other for the entire ride?
Yeah. And also at the same time, at one point during the conversation,
Yeah.
he probably says to you guys like, "Hey, do y'all like EDM?"
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like electronic dance music.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually a DJ.
No kidding.
Yeah, and actually, and he
Cool.
reaches over across Scotty into his glove compartment, pulls out a
Yep.
couple of flyers, hands out flyers to everybody. It's just, yeah, I'm actually DJing over at the Lazy Snail. You know that bar over on
Yeah, I think I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, I DJ every Thursday night. You guys should come by sometime.
Might check that out. If we're exchanging information, I could give you a couple cards, but what I do is a little different. Mine's more of the spookier variety.
Oh, what do you do?
I hunt ghosts and stuff.
You hunt? Really?
That's right. You ever have any sort of, crazy thing happening at one of your things? Or even if you just want all your patrons and guests of your show to think there's something spooky going on, you can invite me in, and I can, let them know that everything is taken care of.
I'm sorry. How
Maybe
much
Halloween
longer
special.
on the drive do we have, please?
Oh, it's like a 15-minute drive. We got like maybe 5 more minutes, I'd say.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great. So what I was thinking is like maybe like on
Hey,
a Halloween
Mr. Uber
event or
Driver, do you mind
something.
turning up the music a little bit? I want to hear
Yeah,
the music a bit more.
that would be greatly
Yeah.
appreciated. Let's hear this EDM music. Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to hear my latest mixtape?
Love it.
Yeah.
Mav, if you have a mixtape on the ready,
I wish I was ready for this. I'm not ready for this. But yeah, you probably hear pretty much what he just described, like boom, 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 boom. And the Uber driver, who did introduce himself as Jeff, may I add, you see him just sort of bobbing his head. He's like way into it. You know when you have those uncomfortable moments where somebody's showing you their music and they're like way more into it than you are?
Yep.
It's definitely
Doug's
one of
playing
those
along.
minutes.
I don't think Doug cares at all about the music, but he's pretending to be into it.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff's just rocking out, and anyway, so you pull up to where did you guys set it as the destination for your Uber ride?
I imagine Jules would want to go to the art gallery to get her
Yeah.
motorcycle for sure.
Okay.
I don't know about everyone else. Because obviously they kind of have to split up if she's doing that. Is
I
anyone
don't have
riding
a
with her?
car.
Oh my god, back at the gallery, I'm gonna meet Sharon again.
I would assume by this point that
Yeah.
the exhibit's probably done, so the gallery's
Yeah.
probably closed and stuff. You
Yeah,
guys
it's
were in
probably-
captivity for probably
You
a
really
few
got
hours.
kidnapped, so
Yeah. You went to a
Showing up
diner
late?
and then you were kidnapped for probably like a
Yeah.
couple of hours.
Living the life.
And,
alright, well, I got
you
an
guys-
extra spot on my motorcycle if ever anyone needs a ride.
Just say
We'll
real
take
quick,
my-
as you guys get out of the car, you just hear like, okay, well, take it easy, guys. Doom, doom,
Have a good one, J-Dog.
and you hear the EDM music trail
All the
off.
trails in the back.
Yeah. So, Jules offers up a spot on her motorcycle.
As tempting as it is, I'm gonna go to my own car.
Well, I don't have a car. I don't own a
Right.
vehicle.
Oh.
Scotty, I guess you're with me.
And
Sure, I
Jacob is
guess.
stuck with Doug.
Jake, if you want to stop at your place, I'm going back to mine. We can get you some clothes or whatever.
Doug, you have my number. I'll text you my
Sure.
address.
Sounds good. Oh, I even have a,
As-
ooh, I have a voicemail too. Oh, I should check
Oh.
that later.
Oh.
And as you guys are about to split up,
Oh no.
up on the steps of the sort of art museum you're at, we all see a hooded figure standing there looking at you guys. He has a wolf tattooed on his hand, and
Mm-mm.
as you guys notice him, he lifts his hood back, and that is where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Ah!
I knew he was building up for a cliffhanger, but I
Yeah.
want to know.
It's
I
a
wanna
little
know.
early, I know, but that's the moment the cliffhanger has to happen tonight, guys.
It's Sharon.
It's where it have to happen. Oh man, Chad hates me more and more every week. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Nice.
Did his car just get here? That'd be
Perfect timing.
incredible.
That timing would be impeccable.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh man, gotta love awkward Uber drivers.
Oh yeah, when you put me on the spot, I'm like, I'm gonna make this guy talkative. I'm also gonna be one of those. He's gonna be one of those dudes. He's a DJ who's always trying to get
Pushing
you
his
to go to his
music.
DJ thing. I'm a DJ. Take my flyer.
Take my flyer, man.
So yeah, tonight was an interesting episode. As I said, it's a little shorter. I apologize
Good
for
episode,
that,
though.
but I think it was a solid one for sure.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
no, it
think-
was a really good one.
You guys think J-Dog is with the cult?
I was worried that would happen though.
We would we're gonna
Yeah.
say this. We planned some things ahead of time a little bit, just because it'll make for better story and stuff. But Mitch did not know he was gonna meet his brother tonight. We'll say
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that.
To the point where actually, I don't know if we ever established what your brother's name was. I don't know if you want to like just come up with something random right now, or if you want to.
Yeah, would we have talked about him on the way back or whatnot?
I mean, I can make up a name right now on the spot. I did have a name like in place in my head.
What is it? Yeah, that's probably the best one to go with.
I was gonna say Jeremy.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Alright.
your brother Jeremy.
My little brother Jeremy.
You said you saw that coming though when it started to happen.
Oh yeah! As soon as you mentioned like someone recognizes your name, I was like, no,
No, don't you dare!
How dare you ruin his innocence?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a
Wasn't expecting that tonight.
was an interesting twist, I guess.
My God, I am sweating.
Yeah, same. So we'll probably try to end this quicker so we can all put our air conditioners on. Does everybody want to? Well, why don't you just brag about it and rub it in our faces?
Yeah. With my
It's
fan
cool.
set on low in the
You're
background.
just
it's not
going with the
even hitting
jacket on so I don't get too
And a
cold.
blanket.
And a blanket.
Let's all do quick plugs like we do each week. Everybody kind of plug everything they're doing, anything they want to tell everybody about. Let's go in the opposite order because we always kind of go clockwise around the screen here. Let's go counterclockwise. So Scotty, or you're not Scotty anymore. You're Mitch. Mitch.
My name's Jeff. I make EDM music.
Couldn't I would
yeah.
be lying if I said that meme did not pop in my head while I'm like,
name's Dave.
Jeff.
My name's Dave. But no, Christmas 42. I do role plays. I stream on Twitch when I can. I've been doing some Valorant, some Sea of Thieves, some Grounded as of recent. And on the YouTube channel, I've been doing Origins of Olympus. I'm doing my own Persona roleplay, and I've been playing the Fairy Tail video game, if you want to check that out. But that's what I've been up to lately. Over on YouTube.
Is it man?
Woo!
Cool. All right, Jakey.
Hi. Hello. How are you? QuteJakey. Check it out. I do play roles, so they roll. and
Play roles.
Yes. Really interesting stuff.
I do them play roles.
Yeah,
My favorite.
super intensive stuff. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, about it. Nothing special.
Dr. Phony.
Yes, I'm a doctor today.
Professor
So-
Phony.
If you have ailments and those ailments are boredom, then I can provide you with the cure. The cure being amazing content across both this Twitch channel here on Xylophoney or on my YouTube over on Xylophoney Games, where you can see beautiful Minecraft roleplay, as well as my other channels where you can find Yu-Gi-Oh content, different highlights from this very Twitch channel, and of course on Dice and Fire, where you can find the most curative, the most healthy-inducing content you can ever imagine by way of D&D shows. Make sure to check that out tomorrow if you want to catch yet again Awakening, or if you miss some of it, you can catch it there as well. And next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, Saturday at 5 p.m. EST, we're going to be doing Origins of Olympus D&D number 2. Yeah, that's right. It was so crazy we decided to bring it back with a new game master and a couple of mixed around cast members. So we'll see that going down this Saturday as well as this Sunday for more Star Wars D&D. And I should be streaming here, I think Wednesday evening as well. Or Wednesday morning, actually. I think it's going to be. Oh gosh, I'm busy. This will be fun.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Origins of Olympus 2, Electric Boogaloo, I believe is what they're calling it.
Yep. It's canon now.
Mm-hmm. And Kayla?
Hi, I'm Kayla. I have 2 channels that I upload daily on, Flyborg and then Flycraft, and I do uploads on my channel sometimes. I have a new computer coming tomorrow, so I can actually record things, because this one's dying, as you guys might have noticed. Also, Xylo, play Roblox with me.
Nope.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And I am Mevoda. I have been your game master this evening. I sometimes upload videos on YouTube. It's been a couple weeks now because I'm awful. And I sometimes stream. It's been like a week or 2 now because I'm awful. I mentioned the other day I was potentially going to be streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. My computer did not agree with that game very much. So I had to refund it, unfortunately, and we won't be playing that. But I hopefully will be back with something else soon. Either one of the other games I was already playing, or maybe an Etheria stream or something like that. As Xylo said, you can catch this episode of Awakening, this one right now that just happened, tomorrow on the Dyson Fire channel. And also, like he said, don't forget to catch the D&D Origins of Olympus one-shot that is happening this weekend at, did you say 5 EST?
5. Yeah, it was 4. I got moved to 5.
Okay. Yep, 5 EST. I know I will be there, so join me in the chat and I will meme with you all. Yeah, so I think that is going to be it for tonight. I hope everybody had a wonderful time, and we will see you guys next week. Good night.